Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a TVP T 5051. It's a Czechoslovakian Tier 10 medium tank, and it's located on the south spawn of Himmelsdorf encounter under the command of Awppenheimer. Battle about to start, and they're off. Well, Awppenheimer's got 2 marks of excellence on his barrel, and was just assaulted by an Object 261 who's definitely trying to get away as quickly as possible towards his firing position. And in this battle, Awppenheimer's in platoon with Jiffy in the AMX-50B, but he doesn't appear to have come alive yet. And so Awppenheimer is giving him a gentle nudge. He's also in platoon with that Object 261, which they bumped into right at the start. And that is MW Comrade 96. MW Conrad, sorry. Oh, he's just shot Jiffy in the tracks. Oh, that's not very nice, but that might actually... No, it's not going to cause a problem for his high caliber if he can get one. Normally, if you actually do team damage, it's going to discourage you from actually getting a high caliber. But he's reloading 4 shots of 100mm ammunition. He can do 320 alpha with each of those shots, and he can fire the entire magazine with 4.5 seconds. Okay, he's come to the lookout just to see if there's an enemy coming through. There's a number have come down the banana, and he's being joined by Jiffy. We're trying to get shots on them. There's an FE4005. Oh! And there's an Object 2684, and he got 4 shots into him and wiped him out. Just like that, but for the next 24 seconds he's not going to be able to fire at all. Actually, it's not 24, it's 23 seconds for Awppenheimer. He does have a good crew, but whilst he's waiting for his reload, Jiffy and the FE4005 are going to be able to fire at those enemy tanks. And there's a T57 Heavy, and he's reloaded, and there's an FE215B 183. Or is it? No, it's not the 183, it's the FE215B heavy tank. But he fired all his rounds and he's now moving. Jiffy's already gone down low to try and engage the tanks head on. I think Awppenheimer's now going to join him. There doesn't appear to be anybody needing to stay at the top of the hill because they've conquered it. The enemy has actually run away. But there's his teammate in the 261. He's being assaulted by an Object 140. But Awppenheimer is going to make sure that 140 regrets his mistake, and he's wiped him out. And that will keep the Object 261 happy. Now he's just waiting for the reload to go through, even though it shows that he might be actually reloaded. He's not yet. And oh! MW Comrade just fired an Arty round in there. Although he actually took out one of his own colleagues in the Object 268, he did actually severely damage some of those enemy tanks. And that T57 Heavy just went down to Jiffy. In fact, Jiffy just killed 2 tanks, the Batchat 25 ton and the T57 Heavy. So he's having a really good game so far. And, well, he's got 3 kills. Awppenheimer's got 2. And the Object 261, well, actually he's got -1. He still hasn't actually killed one of his own, one of the enemy. And in fact, there's an IS-7 behind him now. But there's a 121 right ahead of him, trying to get close. That Batchat 150, 558, always been killed. But now, yep. And he's fired all his rounds into the 121, but now he's in reload for 24 seconds. He does a quick pivot to turn around, but there's an E50M there. He's not loaded yet, despite what the mod says. He's still waiting for the reload, and the E50's been killed by the Object 140 on our team. So, now Awppenheimer's turned around, he's going to the top of the hill. I don't think he needs to, actually. I think he needs to get to the cap. Yeah, he's turning that around now, he's realised that. And he's racing to get to the cap as quickly as possible to get a reset, because although it's an encounter game, and it's a long time to cap on an encounter game, the fact of the matter is somebody has been there for a long time capping, and the entire team, it appears, is rushing to get to the cap as quickly as possible to get a reset. Now there's an IS-7 up on top of the hill. That may have been the reason why Awppenheimer wanted to go up on top of the hill, deal with that IS-7. But I think the first thing they're going to do is deal with the Leopard 1 and the T92, which are down here. There's the T92. 1 round into him. 2 kills him. Now go for the Leopard. We've already had a reset. 1 into the Leopard. The Leopard's killed immediately afterwards by our Jaeger. So we have ownership of the cap now, and we're capping. And Awppenheimer's reloading with heat this time. He's going to deal with that that IS-7 up on top of the hill. It's the last remaining enemy. He wants that kill. That will mean more points, more XP for everyone if he does. And he's loaded 4 shells. 320 hit points from each. The IS-7 is a full health one, so he's not going to be able to do it with 1 magazine. He's going to need at least 2 magazines, which means he's probably going to have to do a hit and run. Drive up, hit the IS-7, and then immediately drive away to get a reload in, or to frustrate the IS-7 by constantly moving around him. There's the IS-7. Now, tries to get a track and he gets it. Now he's just going to isolate this guy, keep firing through the front drive, taking hit points away. Now he's potentially on a high caliber, but the IS-7 is going to reload, and he's also going to fix his tracks. So we've got to quickly disappear around the corner, get into cover. The IS-7 is trying to follow us, and Awppenheimer does a sliding turn. He's almost loaded. I know it doesn't show that on the mods at the moment. I think there's something wrong with Aslains, and that's why it's not showing that he was in reload. He is now fully loaded. You can see 4 shells in the container, ready to go. Now there's not enough hit points from those 4 shells to take out the IS-7, and we are capping, doing the cap, but they'll probably do a reset to allow us to get the kill. And we're being joined by the Jaeger. And it looks like the IS-7 just been hit by the Object 140, and now it is possible to kill him with 1 magazine. 1 shell in. 2. 3. Kill shot. Oh, not enough. Not enough. 38 hit points. And he goes down to the Object 140. Oh, so close. So close. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Awppenheimer in the TVP T 5051. He also picked up a fire for effect and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, actually, he got 11 in that game. But no other epic, or no epic medals at all in that game. But he actually at one point looked like he was actually going to get the high caliber. So we'll have to find out exactly why he didn't pick up the high caliber. He did win 8 of 8261 in that game. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see he did do the highest amount of damage. He got 6,925 hit points. So the only reason I can surmise that he didn't pick up the high caliber was the team damage he actually did to his platoon mate, Jiffy, right at the start of the game where he fired into the track. If he hadn't fired into the track and actually damaged him, then he might have actually picked up the high caliber. I thought that he was going to be on course to get the high caliber. In fact, the mod said that he was on course for it, but despite the fact that he got 7,000 damage on the enemy, he just didn't pick it up, and the only reason I can think of is that this was team damage. So 6,925 hit points. The next high score was the Object 140, who got that last kill, 3,957 to him, and then came the Object 121 on the enemy team, who got 3,738 hit points. When it came to kills, well, the high scorer was actually there was a tie. The FE4005 on our team, Foxhard, he got 4 kills, and the AMX13105 on the enemy team got 4 kills as well. Then there's, of course, Awppenheimer with 3 kills, along with the Object 140 and the AMX50B on his team. So Jiffy did quite well in the end, but for getting 3 kills, he was just a bit late to wake up, that's all. When it came to base XP, it was definitely Awppenheimer. He really worked that game. You can see from the amount of damage he actually did, he earned that 1,373 base experience points. The Object 140 came second with 945, and Jiffy came third with 934. He fired 31 rounds in that game, 30 direct hits, good accuracy, but only 23 penetrations. And I think that's because some of the shots he actually fired went into the tracks of the enemy. That's why they just didn't penetrate. So not all of them were penetrations, but normally the penetration on the TVP T5051 is actually quite good. It penetrates up to 248 millimeters of armor with standard ammo, and goes up to 310 if you've got heat ammo. He actually did all of that damage at close range. He received 2 hits from the enemy, and both of them were penetrations. The armor on the chassis is actually not, or the hull is not that strong. So if you do get a TVP and you take it out, be aware that if the enemy can get a shot in your hull, they're more than likely going to penetrate and do some damage. He actually damaged 8 of the enemy, but only killed 3 of them. And he also did damage assistance of 132 hit points, and he got 12 defense points when he shot that T92 in the cap. On a premium account, he earned 90,071 credits, but yes, he did damage Jiffy right at the start of the game, and that cost him 930 credits, and also the high caliber medal. So his total came to 89,141, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, and he did use a few rounds of heat, not that many, but a few, he actually ended up with 25,166 credits in profit. If he'd actually had a standard account, he would have made a loss. He earned 17 bonds for this battle. It was a tier 10 game. And he also earned 1,909 XP, times 2 for the first victory. He earned 10,000 for mission and events. So his total haul of experience points was 13,819, which is an absolutely mega score. So, brilliant round there by Awppenheimer. Bit of a mistake to shoot your own teammate at the start of the game. I know Jiffy didn't take it personally when you shot him in the tracks, but the thing is, it actually cost you a high caliber, and if only you hadn't done it, I think you would have been sitting here with a nice little epic medal. But there you go. It didn't happen, but you won the game, and that's what counts. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like, and do watch Awppenheimer's other replays, because we've got a playlist of all of his games, and some of them are absolutely amazing games. You wouldn't believe what this guy can do with a tank. They're great to watch. And if you do enjoy this channel, please subscribe, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.